No, he's not going to be president, that I can tell you. And I'm safe. You know why? He can't be. He wasn't born in this country.
Almost. Democrats have taken to calling President Musk, clearly aimed at getting under Trump's skin, but it's unclear that this has had really any effect.
Trump claims he won the 2020 election by a lot. Spoiler alert, he didn't. Biden got 306 electoral votes to Trump's 232. But why let facts get in the way of a good story, right? In this video, we're fact-checking Trump's latest rant faster than he can say fake news. From election lies to economic tall tales, we're separating fact from fiction. Buckle up, because this ride through Trump's alternative reality is about to get bumpy. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Just picture this. On stage, Trumpy is irritable. He is dressed in a fur coat and he is sweating profusely as if he were in a sauna. It is impossible for him to forget about Elon Musk. What exactly is the source of his madness?
But Elon's done an amazing job. Isn't it nice to have smart people that we can rely on? Don't we want that? He's done a great job. No, he's not going to be president, that I can tell you. And I'm safe. You know why? He can't be. He wasn't born in this country. President Trump has ceded the presidency to Elon Musk. No, that's not happening.
It would appear that our orange friend has accepted the fact that he is no longer the only billionaire in the region. This is something that people should be aware of. When Trump mentions Musk's name, the crowd erupts in applause. In addition to the fact that his head is covered in cotton candy hair, you can almost see the wheels turning. Hey, that's supposed to be my applause. He probably thinks to himself. In that case, what exactly is the purpose of Donnie Diapers?
Conference for conservatives over the weekend tried to downplay Elon Musk's influence on conservatives, on Republicans, that Musk was born in South Africa, telling the crowd, I'm safe. You know why? Because he wasn't born in this country. Notably GOP Congressman Tony Gonzalez, who said that it felt like Elon Musk during the most recent negotiations over the budget felt like a prime minister.
The fact that Musk is not qualified to hold the presidency is something that he brings up on a regular basis. On 3 occasions, it appears that he is more concerned with convincing himself than he is with convincing anyone else. However, there have been instances in the past where Trump has lost his cool when someone else has been in the spotlight. Do you remember Rubio, also known as Little Marco? Alternatively, do you remember the time when he called Rosie O'Donnell a fat pig?
Do you know that in Florida, they hate Little Marco Rubio so much? He has conned the people of Florida into voting for him. And I'll tell you what, they are angry because he never shows. He has the worst voting record in all of Florida.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
One of the things people love about you is you speak your mind and you don't use a politician's filter. However, that is not without its downsides, in particular when it comes to women.
If he notices that someone is getting more attention than he is, Trump will, as if by a clockwork mechanism, begin insulting people like a monkey throwing a fling. It is at this point that things begin to take an interesting turn. Trump is concerned about Musk's influence on Twitter, right? On the other hand, Musk is now the owner of the digital kingdom that Trump once ruled.
Almost. Democrats have taken to calling President Musk, clearly aimed at getting under Trump's skin, but it's unclear that this has had really any effect. The president-elect joked about Musk spending so much time at Mar-a-Lago, saying, I can't get rid of him, to a crowd of supporters that was there. Musk has been at President-elect Trump's side during very important meetings here in Florida.
In a similar manner, it is comparable to the experience of a young child discovering that his favorite toy is being used by another individual, and he is raging with rage over it. Trump's insecurities about Musk are more obvious than his fake hair when it comes to other things. He is making a valiant effort to prove that he is still the most experienced and knowledgeable. It's like watching a Chihuahua growl at a Great Dane. There's no bite, just noise. It's like that with a Chihuahua. Even the Chihuahua is aware of its small size, which is a positive development. Do you know what makes things really funny? The fragile ego of Donald Trump is revealed more quickly than his spray tan when he is in front of those stage lights. The situation is chaotic, depressing, and even a little bit humorous. It's like watching a snowman melt down in the middle of July. People, make sure you keep your MAGA hats on because we are about to enter the world of Trump's fantasy. It is referred to as the Emperor's New Victory, and it is just as genuine as his own skin tone. President Trump's new bedtime story is even more outrageous than his hair on a day when the wind is blowing. Just picture this. During his speech, Trump announces that he has won the election for the year 2020 by a lot. The crowd erupts in a festive manner, as if they have just won a lifetime supply of hamburgers. During the aftermath of the incident, our orange overlord referred to it as a beautiful thing to watch. There won't be any riots or mayhem. There will only be acceptance and calmness. Wait a second, did all of us go through the events that took place on January 6th as a group, or should we take a moment to check in with reality? For Biden, there were 306 electoral votes. Trump's score is 232. A number of significant states were surpassed in a shorter amount of time than Trump's narrative shifts regarding, well, everything. However, in Trump's world, facts are just as optional as his tax returns for him to release.
So we've ended the war on American energy. The United States is now the #1 producer of oil and natural gas anywhere in the world. If you have a windmill anywhere near your house, congratulations. Your house just went down 75% in value. And they say the noise causes cancer. You told me that one, okay? You know, the thing makes it so... And of course, it's like a graveyard for birds.
It is at this point that things begin to take an interesting turn. Through the use of mind games, Trump is successfully manipulating his supporters. The illusory truth effect is the name given to this particular phenomenon. The more often you are exposed to a falsehood, the more likely it is that your brain will start to believe it to be true. As an alternative to saying, these are not the droids you're looking for, Trump is stating, these are not the votes you counted. It is almost as if he is the headmaster of a Jedi mind trick school. The power of Trump's lies during the election is comparable to the power of his comb-over when it is being used during a hurricane. In a shorter amount of time than it would take to say, "You're fired," they demonstrate his inability to acknowledge the truth. On the other hand, his supporters devour it wholeheartedly at Mar-a-Lago as if it were the very last piece of chocolate cake. As far as his beautiful alternate reality is concerned, Trump is still the president. COVID was a nightmare, and his hands are absolutely enormous. The credibility of this statement is comparable to that of his claim that windmills are the cause of cancer. But in all honesty, who needs facts when you have a creative imagination and a red hat? There is, however, more to come. There is yet another trick that Trump has up his sleeve, and it is a genuine throwback effect. He made the assertion that he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue without suffering any loss of votes. Are you able to recall that? Through his lies concerning the election, he is putting that theory to the test. The unfortunate reality is that it seems to be successful. Trump's supporters applaud as if it were the greatest trick ever, despite the fact that his speech is comparable to a poor magic show with a fake rabbit. It is a lesson in how to live in the land of La La Land, and his fans are devouring it like the last piece of MAGA pie. Recent polls indicate that Trump continues to be the most popular Republican candidate. This is the most unfortunate aspect of the situation. A significant number of them continue to believe his nonsense with regard to the election in 2020, despite the fact that there is an overwhelming amount of evidence to the contrary. It would appear that they are unable to escape the snow globe that is shaped like Trump, and reality is unable to penetrate it. Late night hosts are having a field day as a result of Trump's spontaneous outbursts and wild stories. It is becoming increasingly clear that his outbursts are being transformed into hilarious moments that not only make us laugh, but also serve as a reminder that the democratic system in the United States is currently walking a slippery tightrope. While it is amusing to laugh at Trump's most recent verbal diarrhea, it is important to keep in mind that the stakes are quite high in this reality TV program that has been unsuccessful.